If you work for a living, chances are you depend on your paycheck to pay the bills. If you're injured on or off the job and you can't work, the bills keep coming. And getting compensation can be very complicated. Filing a claim could mean lots of paperwork and long delays. If you suffer an injury because of someone else's carelessness and you need help, call the Malott Law Offices for experienced legal advice. Your first visit is free, and there's no charge unless we settle or win your case. Call the Malott Law Offices. We're here to help. No matter where you work, accidents can happen. All it takes is one little slip, and you could be out of work for months. Or you may need to learn a whole new job. How will your bills get paid? Workers' compensation laws are designed to protect you. At Malott Barudin & Associates, we know workers' comp. Call 271-1700 for a free initial consultation. Malott Barudin & Associates, we're here to help. If you've been injured, it might seem that lawyers are everywhere. With medical expenses, lost income, and life in a tizzy, the last thing you need to worry about is finding sound legal advice. So don't worry. Call Malott Barudin & Associates. We'll help you with an experienced lawyer nearby who'll answer your legal questions with a free personal consultation. Call us at 271-1700. Malott Barudin & Associates. We're here to help. Legal problems are problems we'd all like to avoid, but if you're injured, on the job or off, you may face medical expenses, income loss, and the disruption of your life. With so many lawyers claiming they can help you, how do you choose wisely? How do you know you'll get someone who'll explain your rights and protect them? At Malott Barudin & Associates, we primarily limit our practice to helping victims of injuries on or off the job. Your first visit is free, and there's no obligation. You can ask us the tough questions and get straight answers, because at Malott Barudin & Associates, we're here to help. Many people injured in auto collisions, which are not their fault, don't ever file a claim. Why? They may be afraid of what might happen. If you're injured on or off the job, would you know how to protect your rights? You might get the runaround from insurance adjusters or have to deal with soaring expenses, paperwork, and long delays. At Malott Barudin & Associates, we primarily limit our practice to helping injury victims put their lives back together. Your first visit is free, and there's no obligation. Ask the tough questions, you'll get straight answers. Malott Barudin & Associates, we're here to help. In today's busy world, shopping through the mail can sure make life easier. If your mail order hat doesn't fit, you can send it back. If your mail order shoes don't fit, you can return them, no problem. But if you hire a lawyer through the mail, your problems may have just begun. At Malott Barudin & Associates, we've got experienced lawyers nearby who will answer your legal questions with a free personal consultation. Call us at 271-1700. Malott Barudin & Associates, we're here to help. If you're an injury victim and need legal advice, it seems like everybody's got a phone number for you to call. They promise to help you even though they won't say who they are.
Yes, sir. We've got the best lawyers ready to help. Mr. Plead will get right back to you.
You don't have to wait for a call back from someone you've never even heard of. Call Malott Barudin & Associates. When you call our number, you talk directly to us, and your first visit is free. So call Malott Barudin & Associates. We're here to help. Everybody knows how foolish it is to drink and drive, but some people just don't care. If you've been injured by one of these careless fools, you may face big expenses and the disruption of your life. Getting compensated is important. So is getting these fools off the road. At Malott Barudin & Associates, we do more than talk about it. We help DWI injury victims, and we donate 10% of our fees in DWI cases to local anti-drunk driving groups. Your first visit is free. Malott Barudin & Associates. We're here to help. As long as there have been drivers, there have been collisions. If you're in a collision, now or in the future, you may face medical expenses, lost income, and months of pain. Remember, you can protect your rights with expert legal advice. Call Malat Barudin and Associates. Your first visit is free, and there's no charge unless we settle or win your case. Malat Barudin and Associates, we're here to help.
So tell me, pal, what happened to you?
Well, I was just sitting at a red light when this guy hit the guy behind me, and then...
Hey, my owner was hurt too, and he was so desperate because of medical bills and lost income, he sold me for scrap.
I know what you mean.
Oh, boy.
If you've been injured, you might have to deal with medical bills, lost income, and the disruption of your life. At Malat Barudin and Associates, we primarily help victims of auto accidents. Your first visit is free, and there's no obligation. Malat Barudin and Associates, we're here to help. If you're in a collision and it's the other guy's fault, dealing with the other guy's insurance company might not be so easy.
Well, sir, after reviewing your case, it appears we owe you exactly half, since you are, of course, half at fault. Well, if you just stayed home, this never would have happened.
If you're in a collision, what are you entitled to? At Malat Barudin and Associates, we primarily limit our practice to helping victims of injuries on or off the job. Your first visit is free and there's no obligation. Malat Barudin and Associates, we're here to help. We all buy insurance and pay our premiums, expecting we'll be protected if something goes wrong. But sometimes you don't get what you bargained for.
Well, sir, in these situations, it's our policy to disavow any affirmation of allegations alluded to under pertinent policy provisions which preclude payment, pursuant to paragraph 5.
At Malat Barudin and Associates, we know insurance law and what you're entitled to if you're injured. Your first visit is free and there's no obligation. Malat Barudin and Associates, we're here to help. Insurance companies spend thousands of dollars training adjusters to protect them from injury victims' claims.
What do we say? We say no. What do we do? Deny the claim.
If you've been injured in an auto accident and you're facing medical bills, lost income, and an uncertain future, who can help you deal with these trained professionals? Who can get you the benefits you're entitled to? At Malat Barudin and Associates, we help injury victims deal with graduates of the Adjuster Academy. Your first visit is free. Malat Barudin and Associates, we're here to help. If you've been injured in a collision, reaching the insurance adjuster can be very frustrating.
Thank you for calling. For claims assistance, press 1. For priority claims assistance, press 2. If you own a common household appliance, press 3. And hold on for a long time.
If you're at the end of the line, call Malat Barudin and Associates for a free initial consultation. We know how to handle the adjuster machine. Malat Barudin and Associates, we're here to help. When two people get married, everyone has the best of intentions.
I now pronounce you my man and wife.
But sometimes things don't turn out the way we plan. Things change, people change, and sometimes we need a fresh start. Divorce is serious and complicated, but it doesn't have to be so painful. At Malat Barudin and Associates, we understand the problems couples can face when a relationship stops working. We'll help you through the legal process so that you can begin again. Your first visit is free and there's no obligation. Malat Barudin and Associates, we're here to help. If your electrician crosses his wires, you'll find out soon enough. And if your roofer makes a mistake, you'll know about it. But if your lawyer falls down on the job, you might not find out until it's too late. Legal matters are very complicated, and everybody makes mistakes. But even little mistakes can be very costly. If you think there's been a mistake and you need sound legal advice, call Malat Barudin and Associates for a free initial consultation. Malat Barudin and Associates, we're here to help. If you work for a living, chances are you depend on your paycheck to pay the bills. If you lose your job, the paychecks stop, but the bills keep coming. And finding another job might not be easy. You could get so far behind, there's no way you'll catch up. If your financial situation seems hopeless, you should know that the law still protects you. At Malat Barudin and Associates, we know your rights, and we'll explain them to you. Your first visit is free, and there's no obligation. Call Malat Barudin and Associates. We're here to help. Having credit is a wonderful thing. It can be really convenient.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Maybe too convenient. Before you know it, you could spend more than you can ever pay back. Even if your financial situation seems hopeless, bankruptcy law may still protect you. At Malat Barudin and Associates, we know bankruptcy law and how to protect your property. Call for a free initial consultation before you lose everything. Malat Barudin and Associates, we're here to help.